This is your captain speaking. First, I would like to thank you guys for riding with VV. And if you could place your trays in the upright position, we're about to take off. Next stop, the moon.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, The Gale, here to bring you a VV update. So, most of you guys have probably already seen that there was an interview with Dan Crothers, and wow, I forget his name, but I'm going to put it in the description. But yeah, the interview was chock full of information. Can't talk today. Wow. But so this video is just going to be me covering that information. I watched the interview a couple times, and I just wanted to go over it for the records so I could have it on my channel. So going forward, we could just keep the record, keep track of Vivi's progress. So yeah, that's all the video is going to be, is me basically recapping it while I build up my showcase or my vault. So if you're down for that, you're welcome to chill with me. If not, I'll see you in the next one. Without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so Dan initially talks about exchanges. He mentions that they have at least 1 to 3 exchanges already ready, and we're possibly going to get one in May. So that's cool. I'm hoping Qcoin or Binance. I don't think Binance will be released just so early, so I'm thinking it's either KuCoin or I can't think of another one because I usually use KuCoin or Binance. Definitely not Coinbase, so don't even get your hopes up. And then Dan talks about there's very disruptive products coming to the Veve platform. I personally covered the Ecomi One credit card, and I covered the Veve wallets, digital collectible wallets. I don't know what else he could be talking about, but I'm very excited because Veve, you just don't know what to expect, but when you get it, it's usually good. So he also mentions that there's a couple of more licenses that'll probably be announced in May, so that could be anybody's guess. We just got Kripkins, and nobody knows what that is, so it could be an unknown brand, it could be a high-profile brand. We'll just have to wait and see. He was asked about McDonald's, and he confirmed that they had early discussions with McDonald's, but he also stated that the Veve app would probably pretty much need to be like tip-top shape and on every phone to even think about further discussions with McDonald's. And he doesn't even know if people collect McDonald's toys or whatever, but I think he said it's a possibility, which it is. It could be a gateway for a lot of people to get into the Veve app and stuff. He mentioned that they were only expecting around 15,000 users at this point in time, in which most of us already know that the app currently has over 250,000, 250,000 people. So that's why the marketplace is continually being taken down. For those of you who don't know or are complaining, the app still needs development. It's not ready yet. They're trying to do something big here. They're going to do something big here, and if they got to shut down the whole app for a week, whatever it takes, especially if we're invested, we just want them to get it right. So he was asked about what is Ecomi's priorities right now. He said upgrading their render engine. They're looking at making better collectibles, better looking collectibles, better showrooms with accessories and props, scenes and interactivity between the NFTs. And then he also mentioned that he wants to get rid of the bad actors in terms of the fake bidders on the marketplace. If you didn't know, there's like trolls who increase the price for no reason at the last minute, messing it up for everybody else. Like, these are legit investments, so it's kind of bad that people are like messing with people's possible investment. So Dan goes on to mention that this is only version 1 of Veve, and there's a very exciting stuff coming down the road, which I'm inclined to believe. He states that there's 100 brands already on board, with many more coming weekly. He said that There's a possibility, well, there's definitely going to be multiple drops per week coming up pretty soon. He said there's going to be the regular drops on Thursdays and some drops on Tuesdays, as well as multiple drops on both of those days. So let's say we get a drop on Tuesday, we might get a car drop from GM, and then we might get a Tokidoki drop later on that day. He wants to switch up the variety of drops. So it might be anime or Batman, in the same day. So that's a lot of gems and that's a lot of drops, but I kind of like it because it's going to force people to pick and choose. Like the wealthy, the rich people, they're going to buy everything up, and that's going to happen regardless. But for the most part, people are going to have to pick and choose, and that's going to allow for trading in the future and marketplace listings. So once they start overflooding the marketplace with drops, I think it's going to be good for the economy or ecosystem as a whole. He talks about the male to female ratio on Veve, and he states that there's 45% female and 55% male, which is cool because I think in the crypto community in general, there's a lot more males than females is pretty much what I'm trying to say. And so it's cool that it's pretty much even on the Veve app because collectibles are collectibles. It doesn't matter, So that's cool. He says Veve is a mass market digital collectible app. It's not really crypto. Crypto is just what underlines is what's working in the background, pretty much. But they designed the app to be a mass market digital collectible app. They were talking and stuff, and then Veve Kids was mentioned. They were talking about like whitelisting Veve or something like that, so that it could be placed on other apps. But they said that they don't really need to do that because they could just make a Veve Kids section. He didn't confirm that, but just by bringing it up, it's almost already confirmed because I did a what's that company called? I did a Kid-tagious video a while back, and all of that was like kid specific. So I think I called that, or I said that before, like there could be a whole section just for kids and learning and collecting. So I'm more inclined to think that Veve Kids is a thing. And the way that he said it just sounds so natural and it flowed. So moving on. He said he wants more use cases for the Omi token within Veve. And I'm glad that I heard that because I liked to hear that because basically Omi right now is just used for the selling of collectibles, which is fine because they're selling out like crazy. But I would like more use cases, it's just like, it would make me feel better as an investor. Staking is cool. I'm not sure if that's a use case though. I mean, it is, but I would just like to see more uses for the Omi token or whatever it's going to be when it gets on a new chain. He says the money transmitter license, that's what we need to convert Omis to cash so we can actually cash out on our profits. He said that'll be happening within 3 months, hopefully, potentially less. So that'll be cool. So, it'll just make Veve that much cooler of a platform and it'll legitimize it even more. Dan basically says he wants people making money on Veve, so that's cool to know. Dan said there's currently a team of 25 people and he expects it to double later in this year. So that's cool too. Let's see. He says Veve is a platform which allows them to pretty much onboard anything digital, whether it be collectibles, artwork, music. He says if the fans want it, then they're going to try to get it. So that's good to hear. He mentioned that there are soon going to be physical and digital pairings regarding drops, meaning like you might have to go to a store to get a physical action figurine, and that's the only way you can get the digital version. And then he said vice versa too. So like if you get a digital version on Veve, then maybe you could pick up a physical figurine in your local store, whatever store they're going to be doing that with. So that's cool. They're still integrating. Physical is always going to be desirable. I don't care how far into the future we get. You're always going to want something physical. So it's cool that they recognize that. They're catering to even more people. He mentioned that NFT rentals will be a thing later in the year, which is very awesome because that's another way to earn passive income. So he mentioned that you're going to be able to rent it for free if you want, or you can choose whatever price you want, and it'll all be handled via smart contract. So I'm guessing this is regarding the Veveverse. He mentioned earlier in the year that you can only enter certain games by having certain characters, and there's a lot of characters that are costly that some people may never even get a chance to get due to financial reasons. So if you want to play a certain game and you have that character and somebody else wants it, you can rent it out to them, and you can charge a price. You can charge like $5 a day, or I don't know, something like that. So that'll be cool. It's just another way to earn money on Veve, and this is becoming like a side income for real. It's looking really good. He mentioned that the video features are almost finished, meaning within the vault we can already take pictures, and soon will be the option to take videos, which gives us more creativity to show off our showrooms and stuff like that. So he also mentioned something really cool. He said the Veve app for smart TVs is on the way. So there's going to be a Veve app specifically so you can show off your digital collectibles. Now, if that's not cool, I don't know what cool is. He also mentioned digital frames. I've heard that one before, and that's still cool. So whether it be frames that you can hang or frames that just sit on a desk, it doesn't matter. You're going to be able to view your digital collectibles as if it was a picture. And it's going to be especially cool if they're the interactive kind where they just move, kind of like Harry Potter pictures, pretty much like a GIF on the wall. So the future is very bright for Ecomi and its investors. I haven't heard anything like this before, and seeing that NFTs are just now booming, I'm thinking Ecomi is going to be the running giant. They're going to be the leader if they're not already the leader. So that is very exciting to hear, and it's going to get a lot more people interested in these collectibles. He pretty much confirmed that they're absolutely looking to move to another blockchain that can better cater to the NFTs that they have. The reason for this is they want more transparency. They want us to be able to check the blockchain to see who had the NFT last and where did it originate from. He wants more interoperability, basically meaning you can take your NFTs and transfer them over to a Ledger wallet or into even another ecosystem if possible. So they want less centralization. They know it's needed, so that's cool that they're working on that. But he does say that we're like one or 2 years away from true interoperability between all NFTs. So Decentraland, taking your Batman from Veve and putting it into Decentraland, stuff like that. He said that there will be a multitude of Veve metaverses. So I'm guessing that means there's going to be different worlds or maybe like countries of sorts within the Veveverse that you can travel to. You can probably use your DeLorean or something like that to travel, or maybe ride on a unicorno. That'd be cool. Yeah, he said we can navigate between them. So I think the Veveverse might just live up to its name. It sounds like it's going to be pretty big and pretty immersive, and all of that jazz. Ready Player One. That's the main reference, because it's like the coolest thing out there that we've seen regarding virtual reality and augmented reality. He said Dan C said he's a big anime fan and he hopes to get some cool ones on board. He was asked if there was any brand that he wanted that he couldn't get on the Veve app, and he said no. So that's a pretty cool sign too, considering all the cool brands out there. If there isn't a brand that he couldn't get on board, then that implies a lot. So he said the Veveverse is going to be both AR and VR. It's going to be like a multi-level environment, meaning it won't just strictly be on the app, and it won't just strictly be outside the app. So I'm guessing it'll be like a little bit of Pokemon Go mixed with a little video game within the app it'll just be like a little bit of everything. You can use your VR or you can use your AR glasses to see it. So it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be huge. And the fact that the Omi token is less than a cent right now and actually decreasing, this is a point in time that a lot of people are either gonna regret or rejoice in. You know, I'm not a financial advisor, but if I was, but I'm not, I would say load up on the Omi token, buy some collectibles, and just hold the line, hodl strong, diamond hands, hodl gang, do what you got to do, secure your family's financial future, you know. But I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not saying any of that. He also mentioned something very huge. He mentioned purchasable land. So you're going to be able to purchase land within the VVverse, and you're going to be able to place your showrooms there, so people can walk onto your land and watch and check out your showrooms. You're going to be able to build whatever they allow us to build on that land. So I guess it's going to be similar to Decentraland. I'm not familiar with Decentraland actually, but from my understanding is you can buy land, and on that plot of land, it's yours, and you can probably sell that land at whenever you want. So the fact that he mentioned purchasable land is huge. That's just another way to earn income. Like, imagine if you could like build something on that land where if people come, like they pay. Like, let's say you build a club on that land and people pay to come dance in the digital club, or they pay just to come hang out. Like, you know how people have live streams or Twitch streams? What if you can just hang out in the VVverse and just talk straight to your audience? I think that's huge. There's so many things coming that I can't even fathom, but every piece of information they give us is a little slither of light in the tunnel that I can see clearly. You know, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I'm just trying to say that VVverse is going to be so big that yeah, I'm just excited. I'm trying to think and talk at the same time, because there's so much, you know, there's just so much to think about. But anyway, he said that also they're going to be layering the VVverse over the real world. So if purchasable land wasn't big enough, the fact that they're planning on layering on top of the actual world, that's true augmented reality. So I think of the Big Red partnership. I made a video on the Big Red partnership, and they pretty much like had a lot to deal with Pokemon Go. Pokemon Go, they have Pokemon stops around the city and stuff. So it's like a basic version of augmented reality. Like, you need your phone for sure. But Ecomi has said multiple times that they're planning on integrating AR devices such as headsets and AR glasses. So I think at some point we might not even need our phone, and that's going to be huge if and when that comes about. It'll probably be years from now, but still, the fact that it's in the works, it's pretty big. So this company right here, that I'm so bullish on this company. That's why I made a YouTube channel. Like, I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not a guy to put myself out there, but as soon as I read the white paper and I had to hop in, I bought some collectibles, and it's just, that's all she wrote. I'm going to continue to cover Veve and Ecomi and all the news they drop as much as I can. You know, I'm still a working guy, got a 9 to 5. You know, not financially free yet, but soon. But that's pretty much all I got to say. Yeah, I don't have. That's all I got to say, guys. So that's the video, guys. As you've heard, Veve has a lot of things in the pipeline, and I think you won't regret being invested in this company, whether it's through the Omi token or it's digital collectibles. As long as you got some kind of skin in the game, I think you're going to be a happy camper in the months and years to come. So if you made it this far, I want to thank you guys for sticking with me and checking out the video. Just know that I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just your everyday guy who's very bullish on Ecomi, Veve, and Omi. And yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out, and see you in the next one.